Imagine waking up one morning and realizing your government has just made your morning coffee illegal. Sounds crazy? Well, in the year 1623, Sultan Murad IV of the Ottoman Empire decided coffee was so dangerous that he made it punishable by death. This is the bizarre story of the emperor who tried to ban coffee and failed spectacularly. The Ottoman Empire in the 17th century was massive, stretching across 3 continents, and at its heart was a thriving coffee culture. Coffee houses were more than just caffeine stops. They were social hubs, places for music, poetry, gossip, and yes, sometimes political plotting. By 1600, Istanbul alone had hundreds of coffee houses. The smell of roasted beans was as common as the call to prayer. In 1623, a 12-year-old boy named Murad IV became sultan. He inherited an empire full of political chaos, corruption, and unrest. As he grew older, Murad became known for 2 things: his towering physical strength and his iron-fisted rule. He believed that the moral decay of the empire was caused by 3 things: alcohol, tobacco, and coffee. Murad IV wasn't the first Ottoman ruler to dislike coffee. Earlier sultans had tried soft bans, but Murad's version was different. In 1633, he issued a decree. Coffee was forbidden. Not just discouraged, forbidden. Why? He believed coffee houses were breeding grounds for sedition where rebels whispered against the throne. Punishment started with public beatings, but for repeat offenders, execution. For a while, it worked. The lively streets of Istanbul fell quiet. Coffee houses closed their shutters. The smell of roasting beans disappeared. But human beings are stubborn, and Ottomans, they loved their coffee way too much to quit. Soon, underground coffee houses began to pop up. People drank in secret, whispering in candlelit rooms. Murad IV was so serious about his ban that he personally patrolled the streets at night in disguise. If he caught someone drinking coffee, he'd draw his sword and carry out punishment himself. Historians say he once executed a man on the spot for sipping coffee in the wrong place at the wrong time. But no matter how strict the punishment, the people refused to give up their beloved drink. When Murad IV died in 1640, the ban started to weaken. By the late 17th century, coffee was not only legal again, it was thriving more than ever. The drink had beaten the emperor. Ironically, the ban only made coffee more popular. People loved the danger, the thrill of rebellion with each sip. Today, Turkey is famous for its coffee, rich, thick, and sweet. Murad IV may have been strong enough to rule an empire, but he couldn't win against caffeine. History is full of rulers who tried to control the little pleasures in people's lives, and almost every time, the people win. So next time you take a sip of coffee, remember, you're part of a centuries-old act of rebellion. If you loved this little trip back in time, give this video a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and subscribe so you don't miss the next strange story history tried to hide.